So I somehow managed to catch a cold over Christmas, and I just noticed it last night, and then this morning for sure I had a cold, and I'm very tired and I'm sniffly, but that's about it. Normally around this time of year, I have a big batch of elderberry syrup that I keep in the fridge for just such an occasion because it's so wonderful to have, so that you can take a couple tablespoons in the morning and then a tablespoon or so throughout the day when you feel something like this coming on. But the last batch that I made, which was about 2 months ago, I ended up giving all the bottles away to a friend, a couple friends. And so I'm going to have to make a new batch for myself. And I'm not worried about it because elderberry syrup is so easy to make. It does take about an hour and a half, but most of that time is just waiting for the syrup to reduce down in the pot. So I will just use that time to snuggle in my chair with a blanket, and maybe I'll finish The Boys in the Boat because I hear the movies come out and now I want to see it, but I still have about that much more to go in the book. So I think that's what I'll do. But if you hang around, I'll tell you all about how great elderberry syrup is for you when these moments come around. Okay, so first of all, I want to say that I am not a doctor, and nothing that I say on this channel should be construed as medical advice. But having said that, there is a lot of research to show the benefits of elderberry. I'll link to some of that research below. First of all, elderberry is rich in antioxidants, and you can see up there all the things that it helps with: fighting free radicals, lowering inflammation, helping to lower cholesterol, and helping to reduce blood pressure. And all of that combined serves to promote heart health. Secondly, elderberry is high in vitamin C, and this aids in tissue repair and muscle recovery. It helps reverse oxidative damage and supports immune health, and it promotes healthy skin. So, all of those things help to support your immune system. And then some other benefits are that elderberry has a high fiber content that promotes a healthy gut and easy digestion, helps blood sugar management, shortens the duration of colds and flu, and the one that I'm interested in helps ease coughing and soothes sore throats. So I always keep elderberry in my apothecary, just in a jar here. But then I also have this bigger jar, and in this I have, 5 or 6 little packets of the elderberries, 1 cup in each packet, plus the spices that I put in there, and I'll show you that in a second. I like to have it on hand because you never know when you're going to want to whip up a batch. All you're going to do is pour 1 cup of elderberries and a couple of cinnamon sticks that I have right here, 1 star anise, a couple of, maybe a teaspoon of cloves, and then I like to put in about a tablespoon of crystallized ginger. To this, you're going to add 6 cups of water. Now you're just going to put this on the stove and simmer it on a low to medium heat, stirring occasionally until the liquid has reduced down to almost half. What you're looking for is to get down to about 4 cups of liquid, but you can add a little water if you need to at the end. Once that time is up, and it can take about 90 minutes, you're going to stir this again one last time and then just scoop up ladlefuls over a sieve into a container. I never think ahead far enough. I grabbed too small of a container again, as you'll see in a minute. But you can fix that when you get to that point, um, as I did. So you're just going to scoop all of this in here. And then after you've gotten all the juice out, what you want to do is take a spoon and press down on those berries to get out every bit of liquid. You don't want to leave any behind if you can help it. Now you're just going to add 2 cups of honey. And I know that sounds like a lot, but if you don't add the honey, well, first of all, honey is very good for you and it's very soothing to your throat. But if you don't add the honey, which acts as a preservative, your elderberry syrup is not going to last as long in the fridge. You can also alternatively add about 1 to 2 tablespoons of either vodka or brandy, but I'll tell you, this never lasts long enough in our house for me to need that. I think I could watch honey being poured out all day long. There's just something so beautiful about that. Dave and I actually raised bees for a while. Well, I say we, but of course, he was the beekeeper. I'll show you a little picture of us doing our version of American Gothic. I really miss having those bees, but we had a couple of hives swarm, and then we had Something happened a couple winters in a row that killed them off, and it just got too disheartening. But maybe we will again try it because I loved having my own honey. Nothing tastes as good as that. So here I'm seeing the error of my ways, transferring all of that liquid into a bigger bowl because I still need to add 1 cup of honey. What you're going to do after you add that second cup of honey is stir well, and then you're going to ladle it into clean and sterilized bottles. Now, what I did, and I've linked to all of this in the description, is I went looking for bottles that would fit nicely in the side of my fridge door. That was my goal. And I found these bottles that were actually intended for hot sauce that you make from scratch, but they work perfectly for this. So I've linked to that. So there's the last of the honey going in. And now you're just going to stir well to make sure everything is combined. And then it's time for ladling. I do suggest that you use a funnel. And yes, I did learn that the hard way. If you want to hang around for just another minute, I'll give you a couple of ideas for what you can do with all those spent berries. Okay, ladies. No, is that a no? Okay. Off to the compost. Ah, well, here we go. I'm so glad I took the time to make this. Delicious. Whoa. I just had this huge surge of health and vitality. It's coursing through my system right now. Actually, it does take a little bit longer than that. But I'm certain that by this time tomorrow, I'm going to feel better because it's never failed me yet. Thank you so much for watching and listening, and Happy New Year.